Hey guys, it's Phantom, and welcome back, or welcome to my channel for another, OBS filming tutorial. So, I've noticed, since switching my system, I've noticed a few things. I've noticed that, there's different ways you can film your game. You can film it in full screen with OBS, but literally every time I try to film without a border, which is what I use, for all my videos and update, if you don't know how people have those borders, it's literally just type in a certain background on the internet and save the picture and use it as your border background. So anyway, yeah, so there's ways to actually film without a border, but I don't know why, but every time I tried to film without my border, which was the little image in the background surrounding my game. So hold on, I'm gonna do, hold on, I think it's, what is it, display capture? So, see, you have, oh, hold on, it's all messed up. So, hold on a second. So this is my display capture. Since I'm on OBS right now, it's kind of showing the scenes and everything. So, yeah. So basically, if you don't know how to use OBS or what OBS is, OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software, Open Broadcasting Software. And so, basically on Windows, it looks like this. On a Windows PC, it looks like this, and on a Mac, it looks a little bit different. I mean, I kind of know how to use both. It's the same software. So if you don't know, you can rearrange everything to be at your liking. But yeah, here's the settings panel right here. So I usually keep my settings on dark. It's just how I like them. And so, language, theme, I keep my theme on dark. I have nothing checked for output. Source snapping, I have that enabled. Snap sensitivity, I have it at 9.5. I have nothing checked here. System tray, enabled. Preview, I have nothing checked here. Studio mode. Studio mode is literally just that button over there. So yeah, I have nothing checked here. importers, I have nothing checked. Here I have nothing checked for studio mode except for show preview program labels. And then for multi-view, I have all 3 of these checked. So that's like general. And then stream, I have it at YouTube. And if you don't know how to get your stream key, you basically click live stream when you're when you want to stream and get your stream key and stuff like that, and just paste it into OBS. And I think you can do the same for Twitch too, but I don't use my Twitch. Okay, output. Okay, so output, I have it on simple. I have mine on my bitrate 200 or 2500 kbps. It could be different depending on your system. It's different for Mac as well. And then, okay, so my recording quality, high. Recording format, MP4. I just convert it to MOV when I'm editing. It's really easy to edit. I mean, sometimes it can take me hours to edit, but like usually I just keep my recording at MP4 and then I convert it when I'm editing. And then for audio, I have my desktop audio, which is literally just my monitor, and I have everything else disabled. And then I have my decay rate at fast, peak meter type, simple, default, and then I have like none of my hotkeys enabled. And if you don't know what hotkeys are, it's basically enable push to mute, enable push to talk, and then like desktop audio and all that stuff. And then video, basically stuff that's active, but that's how everything is. And then I have like nothing for hotkeys. Like I don't use hotkeys. And then my advanced. And then my advanced settings here. General, normal. Then I have my renderer, Direct 3D11. I mean, it could be different. And those are my settings. Yes, okay. And those are my settings there. And then, okay, these are my scenes. Sims 4, Sims 3. Scene for my advice channel. Scene for my book channel. A scene for when I'm CC shopping. And a scene for when I'm doing chit chat and update videos. And then, like, you know, a scene for my other videos. And then my sources. So basically you have scenes have sources, you have your audio mixer, and then you have your controls, so like start streaming, stop recording, or pause recording. If you don't know how to like use the pause button, okay, basically the pause button only works when you're recording, but not everyone has the pause button feature, is able to get it. And then start virtual camera would only work if you have like a thing, if you have a webcam, but I'm just gonna skip over that. And then studio mode is literally just this. That's all studio mode is. So basically, studio mode is you have, so this is how it looks to you when you're recording video, you know, when you're recording, and then this is how it's gonna look to your audience, basically. And then settings, we already went through that. And then exit, but I'm not gonna exit. Okay, so these are my scenes. So this is my scene for Sims 4. It's just like my background. Sims 3 is the same. So like, okay, let me talk you through the sources. So you have to have sources for like every single one, or else it's gonna end up a black screen. So like audio input capture, if you click audio input capture, just tells you can just like scroll through devices and find the one that works for you, basically. So, you know, I have my mic, I just have a USB mic that I use, and then for game capture, I usually keep that one off for when I am not filming. Basically just switch it. Basically, you just switch it depending on what game you're playing. But yeah, game capture basically looks like this. So, like, it's different it looks a lot different. So, for me, the window says University Life. So basically just Sims 3, because I was filming Sims 3 earlier, obviously. And then Sims 3, my Sims 3 scene, and then my CC shopping and other, and display capture. I have my display capture off for that, and display capture looks different for like every single thing. So if you're on your desktop home screen, it will just have the little background and show all your icons and stuff. So yeah, it's very simple to it's very, very simple to learn to use OBS. I know it's difficult for some people at first, but after a while, you'll get used to it. But after a while, you'll get fairly used to it. It took me a while to get used to it, but I technically prefer OBS over like any other recording software. For one, OBS is free. It's totally free. It's a really good software. It's like if you want to stream and you want to record content, then get OBS, but it'll take you a while to learn to use it properly. I'm not sure which version of OBS I have exactly, but there's like a bunch of different OBS versions. So if you don't know what this version of OBS is, okay, so there's OBS Classic, and then there's OBS Studio. I never actually used the Classic version. Okay, so I never actually used the Classic version, but it took me a while to learn to use OBS. I've been using OBS for a good few years now. I kind of forgot when I started using it. Probably like when I first started, well, not when I first started out, but like in the first few years that I started out on YouTube. Like, I know that some creators on YouTube say that, QuickTime is better. Like, I'd have to disagree, because with QuickTime, you can't really, like everything on your, okay, so basically, with QuickTime, everything on your screen is shown, so, like, notifications, all that stuff, you'd see all that stuff. And then with OBS, you can choose what you want to see and what you don't want to see. So, yeah, like, I know people always ask me, like, why I don't use QuickTime, and I have my reasons why I don't use QuickTime. QuickTime is a pretty old software, and I don't really think people manufacture it for Windows anymore. So yeah, I mainly just use OBS now because it's just easier for me. There's still a few things that I'm getting used to. And also, okay, so this is talking about OBS and The Sims 3 for a little bit. Okay, so I figured out how people, when they first start playing The Sims 3 on a Windows desktop, how they're, like, how everything looks so dark, like how the screen looks so dark. Yeah, you just go into your sources here. Hold on, I think you have to switch to your Sims 3 source or whatever. You have to go to Game Capture, and click Filters. And this is what I usually keep my filters at for, like, this is what I usually keep my filter at for, okay, so basically, how to fix your game, like how your game appears on OBS on Windows. Okay, so this wasn't an issue for Mac, but I know this is an issue for Windows users and Sims 3 players, players of The Sims 3, like, like you might get comments from people saying it shows up dark. Well, if you don't know how to fix that, you basically just, okay, so there is the filter button. You just kind of right click and go into filters, and so you click here, you go into, okay, so basically you choose something called color corrector, or color correction, and, you set it to, okay, to make it bright, like how a lot of people have it, to make it bright, basically you have your gamma at 0.45, you have your contrast at 0.09, you bring your brightness up to 0.00, you bring your brightness up to 0.000, I don't know how many zeros are after that, but 0.1234, so like 0.4 zeros after, and then your saturation is kind of low, so not like in the middle, and then you have your saturation at 0.00, your hue shift 0.00, and then your opacity at 1.0000. So you like bring your opacity up all the way, and then your color multiply, I don't really think you do anything. I mean, you could if you want, but you don't have to, or at least I don't. So basically the only filters I use is the color correction filter, because that's what you're gonna need. So like if you're like let's say you're watching a video and it's so dark that it like hurts your eyes, and if the person doesn't know how to do that, how to fix it, then just go into OBS and do color corrector and have the settings exactly like how they're supposed to, like how mine are, and then click close. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I wish I could be a little bit more in depth with this, but I kind of already did a video on this last year, so like I did it for Mac players, or like for Mac users, but I didn't need to use the color correction thing. Okay, there's also like, filters you could use as well. Well, I'm talking about like the or like mods you could use for Sims 3 also, but like adding the color correction filter would also help tremendously. So yeah, anyway, I hope this helped. I wish I could be a little bit more in depth, but I don't really have anything more I need to say on this. If I left something out, or if you have any questions that you want me to cover, I could answer them, or if you have any tips for me in the comments, just leave them below, and I will be happy to read them, just in case I left out a couple things. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See you all in my next video, and goodbye guys.